and was paid $10 per hour, basically.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is like the reward for the skill. It's I mean, this is what we call the red ocean. Red ocean business, right? It's like this full of people with the same skill, and now you're competing by price and all of that, and you transform into one cog of the entire machine, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So it's nothing like no bad experience in terms of personal. It's more about the industry. It's more of the business side of things.
Yeah.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. Good. Yes, man. Yes. That's the thing. If you think about, for example, a musician, right? I will make you an example. I learned the skill of piano. And I have been playing piano for, I'm not saying I'm playing piano, just an example. I wish I can play piano for 5 years old. But since I have 4 or 5 years old, I play piano and I'm really good. So I have this one skill, then how many options do we have of that skill, right? First option is to go to the symphonics or orchestra or something and be more classical. The other options to join a rock band and do drugs and get crazy. The other option is just to be a teacher, right? The other option is to have an online course. The other option, and you have tons of options. We don't understand that this 3D skill, it's so wide and it can be applied in so many ways. For example, having seen some people that they just do personal projects and hey there, hope you are enjoying the video. Just a few seconds. If you're stuck below 1K gigs and you want to start closing 5K projects on a monthly basis, this is for you. In the description below, you can apply for our free school community. Inside, you will get a private 3D community, a mindset module, a modeling and animation course, a cinematic 3D lighting course for free, a high ticket sales course free for now, and the Vault with our best training. 1 year full of meetings ready for you. Can check it out. Okay, see you there. And that's it. And they sell assets online. And they have a YouTube channel, tutorials and teaching stuff. And best case example is Grayscale Gorilla. He doesn't do any client work. He does like community work, right? He does tutorials and then he sell the plugins and all that stuff, and we pay him the salary, right? That's one path. The other path is like go to the big industry and work with movies, for example. The other one that is video games, and as you mentioned, that those type of industries are more commodity industries, basically. Because there's so many people doing the same thing that the money gets lower and lower every time. But it's a secure job and you can have for months and months and months and months work, right? That's the good part of it. So another example is what we're doing right now. And you have more, we have hundreds, but other example is to build your own studio and to choose a niche and to go and learn the business side of things. So stacking skills. And that's what we're doing right now. So we're understanding we are creatives and we have a studio, but we're acquiring the skill of create a business around the skill, right? And that skill is hard to learn, but it's really, you will not see life in the same way after learn that skill, basically. And probably, Constantine, I think you have been doing this for a couple months. You can notice that your change in the way that you think, correct? So can you explain, Antonino, a little bit about it?
So, hi, Antonino. Hi, everyone. So I've basically been in this community like nearly a year coming on, and I've learned a lot. And coming in, I came in as like a general 3D artist, portfolio pieces here and there. But I've learned that it's more about the business side of things, learning how to talk to kind of business owners, because that's kind of the language of what we do. For example, if you work in a studio, like the studio is technically working to make money by doing something creative. So in the end, it's all about selling more of a game, selling more of a product. So learning the language of how creative sells is something that makes you kind of stand out. Because if you're just like a general 3D artist who knows the technical, you'd be good as a jigsaw piece into an existing pipeline and a funnel. But if you know how to talk the language of creative money making, then you're able to go directly to where the money is, and in a way talk to them in a way where they understand that, okay, this person's trying to help me my business, not just with creative rendering. So Pedro's taught me, and based off all the meetings that we have, is it's not just about the art, it's about the outcome of the artwork that you do and what impact it makes on the business. Because at the end of the day, it's about making money for the business. And that's basically what I learned. And online positioning is really important, because before I just used to post my work because like, here's my project that I did, here's the render, here's my, it was more technical. Was now I'm posting more about the outcome of what my work does, and I'm kind of targeting it towards who I want it to be seen by, which is marketing managers and kind of sales directors. So that's kind of been my journey so far. I'm still in the process of learning, but I've learned a lot from what Pedro's taught so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's kind of it, Pedro.
Sorry, I don't want to speak on your behalf, but
yeah,
what is the biggest or what is the change that you have been experienced inside your thought, inside your perspective?
It's most of the change from being a consumer to being a creator, in a way of just consuming the online world of 3D to actually taking part and producing things to be out there. That's right. The change from becoming a consumer to becoming a producer.
Basically, the perspective of being out there.
Yeah.
Right. So like nothing will happen if you stay in your office and no one knows you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So and then this is the thing, and we have been. I will give you an insight of what the strategy. I will give you the insight of step by step how to do it. The funny thing is that this is almost like, I don't want to put too hard on it, but it depends a lot on the execution. It depends a lot of the volume and the things that you do. It does not depend too much on the strategy. I can give you the guidance of it, and that's why we're here, because I have been in both sides, in the client side and also in the creative side, and I really understand how business operate in the way how they make the decisions and what they want to see, and I can give you that information, but at the end, Antonino, it's all about how you execute that, right? So for example, if I say to you, hey, the ideal is to make 4 or 5 posts a week, and you can say, okay, I will not hear you and I will do once a month, right? It's like, okay, perfect. So that's totally depend on you. That's what I'm saying. I can give you the best fitness strategy, but it's up to you to be fit or not, right?
Okay.
So that's the perspective that we're dealing with here. So how we can be effective on this thing, and this is good because this is changing, is evolving. Meanwhile, we're speaking, right? Everything is coming so fast in this new year. Everything is going crazy, I need to say, okay? And the good thing, the only thing that we need to be aware is that when you understand that you are a business, you operate as a business. When you understand you are a freelancer creative, you operate as a creative. And that's the mindset that you need to understand. So, for example, what a business does to promote itself. Think about it. You're not a creative person. You don't have the skill. You're a business person. I'll make some question, and you're creating a product, right? Or a service. What you will do to make that happen, Antonino? What do you think you need to do?
The moment.
Sorry, what?
What I think I have to do at the moment, you mean?
Right. What do you think? I mean, you are having a business, and what is the first instinct of the things that you need to do to operate that?
So at the moment, I need to have a good portfolio
Okay.
because I don't have any material on my LinkedIn profile.
Let me stop you for just 1 second.
Yeah.
You see, you're still thinking as a creative. The question is, you are a business owner. You don't have any skills.
Mm.
What do you need to do to acquire clients and to survive as a business? What do you need to do you think?
Need getting client.
Perfect. How you can get client?
Developing the proper skills to do that.
Okay, so the people that have more skills has more clients?
I don't know, probably.
So the people that is best on 3D has a
I don't need to be the best in 3D. I need to be the best in client acquisition.
Oh, perfect. So
In
it's a
how
different side.
to,
Right.
yeah,
It's a different type of skill.
how to communicate in the right way my value.
Wow, you got it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's really good. So how you communicate your right value?
Positioning.
Ooh, interesting. So how you
Strategy.
position effectively?
I'm here for because I don't know.
Right. And those are the interesting, right? Now you're thinking as a business owner. You see? It doesn't need to be about your portfolio, your skills. Hey, hope you enjoyed the video. If you're a 3D freelancer stuck below 1K project and you want to start closing 5K, 10K projects in a monthly basis, this is for you. Check the description below and apply to our free school community when you can find all the resources to start acquiring high-paying clients. Okay, see you there. I always make this example, but Google is not the the biggest company in the world, not because they do a software. It's because they solve a big problem from a lot of people, right? So the funny thing here is that everything goes too wide right now, is too easy to get, and that's when expertise come handy. But at the same time, how you can transform as an expert, because if you position yourself, do you want to be known as someone that do everything and someone like in the middle ground, or do you want to see yourself as an expert of?
Expert, of course.
Right.
Authority.
Okay. How you build that authority?
By getting positive reviews.
Wow, that's really good. So basically, social proof.
Believability, yeah.
Right. So
Proof,
if someone else buy from you and is happy, like that's a big social proof. Perfect. That's really good. Okay. So how and why someone will be happy with what you do?
Because I solved their problems in the past.
Perfect. So maybe, just maybe, building authority is solving the same problem again and again and again and again and again for the right type of people.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we have like the key of success here is to solve a problem for a person that has that problem, right? Now the question is how someone can see that I can solve that problem for them.
How someone can see
how someone can know that I can solve that problem.
By posting on my social and making outreach.
Perfect. So by being out there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But what happens if you go out there, because I can sell meat, right? And I can sell meat and have the best meat in the world, and I do a lot of posts, right? I do a lot of outreach, but I'm getting, I'm trying to sell meat to a vegan audience. Would that be a success?
Yeah. No.
No, right? It's a mismatch on what I offer and the audience that I'm reaching. So what is more important, to understand the audience or the skill that I have?
Yeah. Okay.
right? So that's why we need to niche down. That's why we need to choose a specific ICP. That's why, because the perspective that, like as I mentioned before, I did like a business bootcamp from Chris Do in 2018, and the perspective that changed in that moment for me was they told me that I need to be and select a specific niche to serve. And my first instinct was, but what about the other people? I was missing out them. But that's a fantasy. Because if you think about it, for example, when I start, I did a video editing, After Effects, 3D animation, and a lot of stuff. And I thought that if I put everything in my reel, I will have more people interested in what I offer. That's my thought in the beginning. But I realized that, for example, let's have 4 things. I do character animation, I do motion graphics, I do 3D animation for products, and I do simulation of Houdini, let's say. And I put everything in a reel. I think, wow, I'm killing it, right? I'm just doing everything. That's great. But what I'm not realizing is that I'm competing with all the experts on those 4 fields. So I'm competing with the best people in motion graphics. I'm competing with the best people in Houdini. You know, it's like if something that I think it was good in the business perspective wasn't. Why? Because I'm not the expert at anything if I do everything. Okay. So experts, and that's a, you know, it's a famous like Bruce Lee phrase that says, I'm afraid of a guy that's doing the same kick 10,000 times than a guy that's doing 10,000 different kicks. Why he's afraid of that? He's afraid of that because someone that do the same thing again and again and again and again, it mastered that thing. Okay. So when you offer the services from this to the same ICP, you master their world, their point of view, their perspective. And now you really think like them. And when you think like them, you're able to solve the real problem that they have, or at least to understand it. You see? So the first thing of positioning is to remove everything else and just to focus in one thing. The perfect business is one offer, one client, one channel. That's Alex Ramosi quote. That's the perfect business. One offer, one audience, one channel. That's it. For example, I do 90-second 3D product animation for electronic devices that are related with music, for example. So one thing is to say it, and the other thing is to show it, right? And that's when social proof comes along. Because there's 3 types of social proof. The first social proof, of course, is a portfolio, right? It's like, I do what I say I do. Like, if I say I do like a nose job. So I'm a surgeon plastic and I do some nose, like, you know, and I don't have any before and after picture on my website. No one will believe, right? But if I have 10,000 before and after procedures, now you say, wow, social proof is big. So every time that someone, if I really specific and I only do nose plastic surgery, right? Right now, if I want to do a nose plastic surgery, I'm going with the best. Why? Because I will not put my bones and my nose into like anyone's hands. I want the best person to do it. Why? Because it's really important to me. Make sense? Someone that is looking to make content for the product is the same thing. It's really important to them. And if they're employees, when they have a bad vendor, a bad collaborator, their jobs is on risk, not yours. So for them, choosing the right partner is really, really, really important. So now that is really, really important, I want the expert or I want the person that do everything.
An expert, of course.
Exactly. So, and if I just choose one thing and I do one thing, it will not be like super fast, right? I will not, or maybe yes, if you have the right connections or the right network or the right, portfolio. That's why in the 90 days roadmap is something that is pretty realistic, because when you do the things in the right amount of time, and when you think this is urgent and you work for it, you can do it in 90 days. At least have your first client. Okay, that's the reality. If you do what we discuss here, you follow the strategy and you do exactly what we have been talking, and you ask the right question and you take action, you will do it. Now, if something gets delayed, or you think that you need the perfect website to start outreaching, and you spend 2 months doing the perfect website or whatever, everything will be delayed. Of course, that's life, right? But at the same time, this is not a hard thing to achieve. And when we have a lot of experience in years, that's get easier and easier every time. We just need to focus, and we just need to present and rewiring our brains and think about what problems I'm solving. And all the communication, as you mentioned before, you need to say exactly that. For example, what is the business model of Elon Musk with the Cybertruck? He create a website and he would do a couple renders of the Cybertruck, and he offer, right, like a reservation. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he built it. So basically, first he said, okay, people want it. Then he get funded by people, so he didn't put any money, right? And then he built it. So basically what he does is like he built what people want. Are you offering what your audience want? Or are you offering what you think your audience want? That's a really important question. If I'm doing animation for medicine, for doctors, and I'm focusing in, I don't know, characters or whatever, do you think that's, but instead, if I focus on parasites, bloods, and muscles, and nerves, and, that's what they need. But if I start focusing in the machine or start focusing in something else, I'm not understanding, I'm not offering what that audience wants. This is so important. That's why you need to go with the end in the beginning. Did that make sense? Is that clear? Or I'm going too fast?
Not clear.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Arjun, go ahead. I think you're muted. Oh, no, I cannot hear. Hey, Alan, Diego, what's going on, man?
Hi, how are you guys
Hello.
doing?
Alan, the master. Diego, the legend. Can you talk now, Arjun? No, I cannot hear you. So I need to publicly say, Alan, I have been sharing the meeting that we had, that you showed the masterclass, and I'm so grateful for that, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm exploring more stuff as I go. Yeah, more to come soon.
That's good, man.
I posted like a small reels today in the group
Mm-hmm.
just
That's
before the
great.
meeting.
I will check it out.
Yeah, I'm also, like you said, like while you guys were talking, I was thinking of niche and getting into more like a beauty products. Because that is science. I've been getting a lot of inquiries recently.
For beauty products?
Yeah, something like a soaps, lotions, perfumes, those kind of stuff.
Interesting.
So I'm trying to like niche in that. Maybe that might be my goal. So I also worked on something in AI as well.
Right.
So this is just, I mean, I don't know if I can talk now or later, but so quickly, my strategy of using AI now is like do a product visualization instead of like pitching like pictures or images, designs using AI. And if the client likes it, to get a good renders with the accuracy and motion and also the product look. I think we can actually go for actual CG production. But I still don't know how to convince, because this is something like people are still have like a stigma against AI, saying that they are AI flop and people don't want to.
It's love.
Yeah, and especially the CG community, which I see a lot in LinkedIn, they're
Right.
still not thinking as if it's a tool, rather than actually they're still thinking it's as a competitor. That is something I see, even like big artists, they are still thinking, because
Right.
I know like it's, you need like human touch and all those things, but how the world is going right now, like are trying to get immediate results. That is what like Instagram or
Right.
social media is training us.
Right.
And Gen Z and current market is not actually like patient enough to actually wait for the overall output to come. It takes time to get a good CG output, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people are, so only way to convince your or show someone in the decision making is to show something what can be done, but it might not be perfect, because like once you do some video in AI, it's difficult to control small tweaks or like doing like multiple versions which are close to what originally we have shown.
Right.
So it's very difficult. It can be done in image as of now using Nano Banana, but video is still not there yet. So
No.
it still needs a human touch. So, but
Yep.
I still have difficulty in convincing my clients, saying that this is what we have right now as a video, as a mock-up.
Mm-hmm.
I still
Okay,
don't
this
know
is
how.
yeah. This is the thing. Unfortunately, I will say this: you
Yeah.
cannot convince anyone.
Yeah.
Convincing is something that is not real in any field, in any life. If you try to convince your wife, probably you can notice what I'm saying. It's like people cannot be convinced; they only can be attracted.
Got it.
Okay, so
Mhm.
what is the difference? The difference, like convincing someone, is saying, "Hey, I have the solution for you," right? And if that person doesn't have the need to convince to do something, will be really hard. So what is the branding doing? What big brands are doing? Like they create the need. And how they create the need? Showing examples.
Mhm.
Okay. So when you show examples of things, like case studies, I create the need.
Mhm.
For example, I'm bald, right? I don't have hair.
Oh, like bald. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also bald, but I'm bald. I don't have too much hair since I was young. I don't care. I have a beautiful wife, beautiful kids. I have my testosterone in place, so I don't care. Okay. But what I'm saying is, if someone has a clinic that put hair, and I never think about it before, but this person is online again and again and again showing me how someone can look better with it, he's creating the need in me that does not exist before. So he's not saying to me, hey, you need more hair. It's like, that's rude, right? Right? So, hey, you need more hair, so you're doing your marketing bad. You don't use these tools, fool. Right? That's convincing. But saying, oh my God, this is so good. Check this out. This branding is creating this entire campaign with the hair workflow AI, blah, blah, and these are the results. Wow. The brand says, maybe this is worth trying it. I can reduce your production 3x, and I can charge you 10x more. No, I'm joking. But I can reduce your production 3x. Wow, really? Yeah. This is how. Boom, 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 boom. See? You create the need in that people's mind. You're not convincing anyone. And I think that's the change that needs to happen. And unfortunately, educate people is not fast.
Yeah,
Okay?
It's like all the time.
Goal is for someone to change the perspective, The only way to do it is to show again and again and again how something works. And that's it. So if you have, for example, your clients or your prospect, the people that you want to help, you have them in your feed, right? And you don't use the platforms to flex, but you use the platforms to educate. And that's a different thing. What you're doing there is like you're showing to the people why this is working. And then from 10 people, 2 of them will say, oh, wow, that this is worth a try. And then you record those testimonials from those people, and the 8 remaining people will say, oh, God, I know this person. It's working for him. Maybe it's working for me. And you have another one. It makes sense? Like, that's how things work.
My question here is like, can I share my screen quickly?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, visual is always helpful.
Real-time problem.
Let's go, man. Let's go. We are here for it, man.
So this is for a soap company which I'm working on, and let me quickly share.
It's a good soap or it's a bad soap?
Savon Blanc. It's a good one. It's a French. It's an old French company.
This is really cool. I love it.
So this is done in Grok, but I mean, the company, the partner I work with, they loved it. They're still figuring out how to convince the client. My difficulty here is like the text and everything. I need to like obviously
redo it.
Yeah, we have to like use AI, but I still don't know like how to do these kind of like phone, all those things. Maybe Houdini artist can help me with that. But as like to just
Arjun is a Houdini artist. You can count with Arjun.
Yeah, so I just have to first win the pitch. That's all I did. Then I can reach out to our community.
That's really cool. Actually, what you're doing is like you're showing the concept. You create a still. I don't know if you create a still on
yeah, I did create a still. I can share that as well.
So you create this still and you add the foam on A Studio or something like that?
No, this is all AI. So
okay, you create this scene with AI and you say, hey, you go to Kling, and then you animate it, right?
Yeah.
And you show this to the client. The client say, love it. Let's do it. Let's do it for real.
Yeah.
And now you need to do it for real.
Yeah. So, but the problem with convincing with AI is that they think it's cheap, and that's a new territory we are in. Right. So they think, oh, okay, it's if you can do it like 10 minutes of like, but it didn't take 10 minutes. It all took me all day to like do multiple iterations and versions to come to this point.
Sorry to interrupt you, but this is what you need to do. Break down the process. So if you break down the process, people will understand the process.
Yeah.
If you don't break down the process, people will not understand the process.
I understand. Correct.
It's like if I say to you, hey, this, because one thing is to say it, and the other thing is to show it. And if someone is following you on LinkedIn, because this is our platform, LinkedIn, if someone follows you there and you have some posts, and you can say, hey, client, first of all, you create the post. If someone sees it, will see it. But if you want to educate, then clients say, hey, I just have a quick breakdown of my latest work with AI. Please take a look and give me your honest opinion. Something like that to them. And you create, a serious video talking to the camera or doing something else and saying, hey, take me this far. This is my mind in the process. Right? And they will say, this is faster, but it's not what you think.
Yeah.
Right? So that then the person will say, wow, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that AI was so was so wild. I didn't know the process of doing it. And when you and actually this is funny because, and I will make another analogy, but what happened when the chefs start sharing the recipes on books? What happened? if a great chef shared the recipe with you, can you make the same food?
Yeah, but you still need that chef actually.
No, and not in the same quality, right?
Yeah, correct.
But it's not about the recipe. It's about the taste level. It's about the little details that transform that meal into a premium meal. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you show your process online and you say like, oh, I will teach you how to do it. Right? Like if you create your own recipe book with videos, you helping them understanding what is behind, and they will not have the time to do this, man. So they will say, this is really cool. Maybe they will try it once, but after they try it once, they will check that they don't have the taste level that you are.
Yeah.
They're not a chef, and they will delegate that to you. Hey, I just prefer to pay Alan for it. And that's a funny thing. Like, more you show, more you have.
Okay.
Less you show, like if you hide it on your desk, you don't show anything, and you have just a Behance, right? Like, you're not educating no one. You're not putting any value on there.
Correct.
You know, and because as Jesus said, like we are here to serve, not to be served. So more you serve, more service you render for the world, better outcome you will find.
Yeah, that's great analogy.
Right. So when you create this, and it's not easy to create a video, right? It's not easy to be on camera. It's not easy, but easy is not the path that we follow. The path that we follow is effectiveness, and it does require me go out of my comfort zone. That's what I need to do. I can create 6 of these videos, and I will have a bunch of things I can send to my clients, and they will understand it. And actually, you can be more intentional. Like you say, hey, client, I want to teach you how you can do it yourself. And you send the video to them.
Okay.
They say, wow, Alan, you want to be, I don't want to take your job. Don't worry. Honestly, like if you do that, the outcome will be marvelous. Imagine your client is Tony. Hey, Tony, I just want to make this pretty quick video of how you can do this render yourself with AI. Boom, do it. Wow, Alan is so generous. But what he doesn't know is that when he will start doing it, there's a bunch of tiny decisions that only an expert can do. The camera angle, the lighting, the taste level, the composition, all that stuff. And then he will have the end result and will compare to yours, and he will say, this is not that good. I just prefer to hire Alan doing it.
I agree.
Right? I read the book of the recipes, and I want to impress my family. And I will cook. And then I cook, I follow the recipe, but it's not the same as the restaurant. Oh yeah, I prefer just to go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
because it's an important occasion. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that helps.
Yeah, definitely. I think I have to strategize in this way.
Exactly.
Seems like how that one turns out. But thanks a lot.
Yeah, man. No worries. Thank you. Okay, Arjun, go ahead.
Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been having this thing in like how to find the right studios, because what your course and what everyone else is targeting is very hyper specific niche. Because when you say a particular product, let's say beauty products, you can easily find people who are selling beauty products.
Yeah.
What I'm having problem is that it's very hard to find studios who require Houdini. And let's say when I say very Houdini heavy, it's very hardcore film and VFX stuff that I don't kind of do. So it's like I'm only outreaching studios very generically, and they may or may not require Houdini. So I feel that I am spending more time on searching studios, and I'm not able to figure out. I'm just doing outreach and just cold emailing some of the studios. So it's very difficult for me to understand that how do I align myself to the problem that studios are facing, because products is very easy to understand. And what I am having difficulties, what problem I am solving is like studios are not having that much kind of a pain around Houdini that I can solve. They can hire
What
a
do you mean?
C4D
What do you
artist
mean?
for I cannot understand studios. I mean, they can do very good product shots with Cinema 4D also.
Mhm.
They might not require Houdini, but I'm still doing outreach and still connecting to them. So I'm having difficulties in understanding my ICPs because studios, they are becoming very broad. And when you or yourself at that Chris Do example, when
Okay,
your client is
so
very broad.
what you're saying is, let me know if I'm getting wrong. But what you're saying is, Houdini skill that you offer, it's only worth for big studios that create VFX and movies.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they will always
Yeah.
require that.
Right.
Yeah,
But you
I'm
don't-
not at that level.
Okay.
And that's not the kind of work that I do. I do commercial shots, beauty shots, and cinema, not ads kind of a commercials that can be used in those kind of product shots and very TV and broadcast kind of thing. Those kinds of shots that can be done. That
Then
yeah.
what happened is that your skill is not matching the needs of the market. Because you
My
said
skill-
that the problem for studios is that they need Cinema 4D and you don't have that skill. And the
they
problem
may.
for-
Okay, continue. Sorry.
So what you're saying is, hey Taha, we need your smile so you can put your camera on. That will be wonderful. What you're
Hello,
saying
guys.
is, hey man, what you're saying is the studios that you reach, you have two types of studios from your perspective, right? And I will give you mine later on. But from your perspective, you have two types of studios. The studios that use Houdini and Cinema 4D, and they basically focus more in Cinema 4D. And you have production VFX pipelines that require Houdini, expertise of Houdini, but you think that you're not in that level. So you cannot offer into that market.
Yes, and that's also not my niche. That's not. I don't do very film heavy kind of shots. My mostly focus is on product kind of visual that I can do. They are much more easy to handle considering the kind of skill I'm in Houdini and C4D. both.
Oh, but if you say your niche is studios that make, commercial work for products that require simulations made on Houdini, right?
Yes.
Why
Yes.
do you think you don't know your ICP? I mean, why you're not reaching those studios?
Because they are kind of doing both works, and it's sometimes very hard to figure out that whether they actually use Houdini or not.
But that's not your problem.
Okay.
I mean, your only problem is that you need to be in the presence of those eyes. If that makes sense. Like the problem that you can solve, the things that are in your control, is being in front of those studios.
Okay.
Is correct?
Right.
Okay. Now the question is, are you doing that? Are you putting in front of those studios?
Number of studios are very less. What I have found so far, mostly some studios are not doing. The number of studios are found are very less, and studios are
How
not
you
using
make
it.
that search?
I'm just Googling and finding on LinkedIn, searching for motion design studios city-wise. That's what I'm doing.
So you're Googling
Motion design
studios,
studio. Yeah.
motion design studios?
Yeah, motion design studios, creative design studios, animation studios. Not animation studios, motion design studios, specifically creative studios. That's the keywords that I use.
Creative studios.
Yeah.
In which country? Go ahead.
I wanted to say something in.
Yeah.
So Arjun, carry on. I wanted to say, carry on.
Yeah, so search in mostly in USA and Europe.
I wanted to say that
Yeah, go ahead,
Houdini is kind of, because for me, I just use Blender, and I would assume that Blender is a hard thing for studios to adopt since they already have Cinema 4D, Houdini including, and also other software. So I'm guessing for you to find a studio that uses Houdini would be easier since Houdini is part of a bigger pipeline. So I would be searching Houdini artist remote like USA. So Pedro's saying you need the demand is there, but you're saying that it's not there. And you're saying that there are very few. So target the ones that are very few, because then you can kind
Right.
of.
And I think you have a limiting belief here, because I really disagree with what you're saying, Arjun.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is 100,000 studios just in the US. I think the problem is that you're looking wrong. I don't know how you're looking for them, but the problem is like, I don't know. Do you use like Sales Navigator to do it, or do you
No,
use
I don't
like?
have Sales Navigator. I'm just
Okay, but
using
do you when you use LinkedIn? Because we can go LinkedIn right now, and we can put like creative studios, and we can see how many of them they are. I can just go right now and say creative studio companies. Okay, just on LinkedIn, I have 7,300 results. Let me share my screen for you can take a look.
Okay.
You can see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So 7,300 results.
Hmm.
Why do you think there are not so many?
Yeah, these are a lot of studios, but when I click and find them, they are not like, some are doing very kind of product design, and some not product design. They are doing very 2D kind. And
Okay,
some
let's
are
see.
doing,
Let's see just the first five. Let's check just
okay.
let's check just the first five. I will check
Okay.
just the first five, and let's see. Okay. So the first one is doing a movie. It's like, yes, they do need it. So 1 of 5, they need it. The second one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What's going on?
I was saying that the character is not something that I do. I do mostly very.
Okay. I don't know if you see movies, but when I see movies, I stand until the end. I see all the credits because I'm a nerd and I want to see how many people work on the movie. And I see all the credits. And every time that I see the credits in a movie, they have simulation artists, they have like a crowd artist, they have a bunch of different roles in a movie. They don't have only characters. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So 1 of 5. Second. Let's visit the website. Okay. Live feed. What is this? Info. What's live feed? Okay. So they probably need Houdini too if they're doing this. If they have some simulation of some type. Okay, they have simulation. Okay. 2 of 5. What do you say? What do you think? 2 of 5. Okay. 2 of 5. Let's see the third one. Public School Creative Studio. What is this? That's fun. Okay, Public School, a production of. That's a very cool name. Love it. Accept all. Okay. Helps brand find their way through audience. Ooh, let's see. Wow, that looks like Houdini. Or no, or I'm just getting it wrong.
Like, this could be done in C4D also. Like these.
Yeah, of course. But it also can do Houdini.
Can be done in Houdini. Yeah, this can be done in Houdini. Definitely.
Okay. 3 of 5.
Right.
Creative team.
Is it
I'm just
yeah.
doing this exercise, man, because I think we need to like really understand that we overthink stuff. Okay? And we really need to understand that stop overthinking stuff. Because the problem is that your perception is getting in the way of your results. I don't know if you understand this.
Yeah.
We start the call when you saying, I mean, the part of where you're talking, you're saying that the ICP that you had, there are not so many of them. So I just put on LinkedIn and I just type the same thing that I type in Google. Actually, in ChatGPT, it says that it's 97,000 only in the US. And not just me, I mean, not ChatGPT, from these agencies. Okay? Almost 100,000. So this first thing was not true. On LinkedIn, it's 7,000. So if you can have 2 clients instead of 7,000, that's a good probability. And I not only did that, it's just I just put 5, and maybe this last one was not Houdini, and or maybe, I don't know, motion design.Maybe not. Let's say no. Okay, so 3 of 5 so far, and then the last one is like architectural studio. Okay, this is not Houdini wise.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 of 5. So let's say that's 66%, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the 66%? I'm just making like just a game here. It doesn't need to be accurate, but what is the 66% of? So you have around 4,000 companies that you can reach out.
Right.
What did you thought before that you don't have any audience?
I was searching mostly on Google. I was not definitely searching on LinkedIn. I was searching on posts, motion design posts, on when jobs appear in LinkedIn, and then I was going there, and then I was filtering out companies. That's what the mistake was happening. I was not directly using this particular search, and I was
Got
also
it.
using Google.
That's why I recommend
Yeah.
LinkedIn all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I recommend here.
Right.
Now, the next question is, how many posts are you creating so far?
Yeah, I have created 2 posts because what I am seeing is people post very polished projects on LinkedIn. So the one project that I did for the headphone one, it took me almost 1 month and
Okay.
1.5 months. So I
What
posted
you need to have a perfect post to post.
because the people can see the final outcome of mine. It's not like I'm practicing something or doing
Okay.
some rough sketches. So
Okay.
people, this kind of looks very rough.
I
When I'm
understand.
seeing, the
I
final,
understand. I understand. But do you know that one project, even one scene, can give you 6 posts? Do you know that? Do you know how to do it?
before and after the clear enders.
There's a lot of things.
Oh,
Before and
okay.
after, the breakdown, the scene file, like this is the thing.
Okay.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
the problem is you leave too much inside your mind,
Right.
and not if you don't execute too much to learn from the data. Because the reality is that no one knows what we're doing.
Right.
The reality is no one knows, have any clue of how to do things.
Yes.
The only way to do things is to do a lot of things and to see what's working, and just do the same thing that is working.
Right.
But the problem is, imagine if you're doing 1 post a month, how much time it will take you to discover what to do.
Yeah. It's going to take a very long time. So
I think probably, and I need to say in reality, probably after you post number 100, hey Constantine, thank you, man, appreciate your input. After you 100 posts, you will figure it out.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so in your post 101, you have an idea what you're doing.
Right.
Okay, if you're doing 1 post a month, how much time it will take you to do 100 posts?
100 months, like 48. It's like
Probably-
almost 4 or 5 years.
Probably Jesus will came before that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's the thing what I'm saying.
Right.
The only thing
8
to
years.
understand, yes.
8
So
years approximately.
so 8 years to figure
Yeah.
out what to do, and then AI will came to us, and machine and everyone will be killed. No, I'm joking. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So stop overthinking, start executing. In 8 years, AI will kill us. Yes, man, exactly. This is the thing, Arjun. We have been discussing the same thing again and again and again and again. And to be honest, man, I don't want to hear again.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the overthinking again.
Right.
I just want you to execute, make mistakes. Like, yes, fail. You need to fail. There's nothing wrong with failing. Probably, I don't want to guess, but probably you're a really good student. You get really good grades because you're a smart person. And, you know, but the reality is that being smart is not a good thing in business. Why? Because we tend to overthink too many stuff.
Yeah.
And when you overthink too many stuff, what's happened is that you don't execute.
Yeah.
And what happens if you don't execute, you miss the boat. You know? So being smart in business, I prefer to be dumb. I prefer to be dumb and do a lot of mistakes. Hey, Diego, go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick thing. I reminds me like content creators, like those big ones, they just do a bunch of dumb stuff and all that stuff. That's why they're so like big. Just really.
Exactly. Yeah, man, that's the thing. So next time, man, just do that thing and then don't worry about anything, man. Just don't think. Just try to not think. Okay, so Diego, Antonino, you want to say something? Go ahead.
I just say I have to go to work now.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, let's see you on Monday. Monday's the next call. So anything that you want to ask, don't forget about booking the one-on-one. So that way we can just go further and do. And for the rest of the people here, Diego, when is your call?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. Do you want to practice a little bit or?
I can do a quick one. Yeah, I can.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. I will be the client. Okay, Diego, this is the brief. I don't know if you saw the brief. Yeah, go ahead. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Hi, Pedro. Thanks for your time today. It's
Mhm.
nice to meet you in video.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we need to do this video, man. It's really important to us. And it's being a really, really hard time. I mean, we need to find out this business right now. So yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are swamped of a lot of stuff. I just want to ask, what brings you to me exactly? What would you like?
Yeah, we just saw, your portfolio, and we think that it's a good thing to. I think we can collaborate in solving this problem for us. So yeah.
Great. I pause. I'm trying to remember the questions for the.
Yeah, don't worry. Remember,
done it
the
a
question is, what is the business problem that you're solving? Remember,
Okay.
what is the
Yeah.
business problem that you're solving?
Mhm.
After that, you say, what happened? Why this is important to you?
Right. Okay.
But remember, you need to listen to the people first. Okay?
Yeah.
You need to listen what they're saying. You need to mimic and copying what you're saying. The same words, the same tone. Remember?
Mhm.
Matching. Remember Tony Robbins' technique? You need to match.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Great. And what's the business problem you're trying to solve with me step in?
Yeah. So I mean, we need to be more in front of the people because we just need to put our product in the right position because we just really need to be out there, man, and we need to find out what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when there's new IPs and all that, and you're trying to just publish your stuff. I understand it's a lot to handle, and how important is this for you to get done for your business?
Oh yeah, this is really important to us, man. It's really important for us can be out there in the market and just to put this thing out there because we need the revenue this year, and it's really important to us, man.
And just one thing, is there anything that's
kind of stopping you from achieving your goal? And
I mean, I don't know, because we need to find out. We need to be out there first, and yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
well, that's why I'm here. I want you guys to succeed in your goals, especially,
Thank you.
and I believe I can help you with that. I just want to go back to just the pricing of my services
Mhm.
or my services. So I charge from 6K to 5K for my services.
Okay. 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 Let me rephrase. You can say, "Hey, yeah, sure. Like, I understand the problem right now, you know," and you need to say, "The investment will be blah blah blah, not my price, not my services. Remember the investment."
Yeah.
You know, the investment. Yeah, I mean, this type of thing. The investment will be 5K. Okay. You go for it. Say it again.
And yeah, after hearing all that, and I'd be happy to help. And my investment would be
Mhm.
6K to 5K.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, man, it's a little more than I thought. I don't know. You can do something. Can you think you can? I don't know. Work on it here, man. Just help me out.
Right. I hear you're saying. Definitely, I can always do a payment plan for service. So I'm really flexible. I can work with what you have. Your whole schedule. I know you're busy, so if we can just have a system going on, it's no problem.
Mm. Okay, that sounds good, man. That sounds really good. Thank you for it. Okay, I think I need to just to talk about with my team and to understand what they think about it. But yeah, see that's what I need to do. So yeah.
Yeah, if you could just sorry. Yeah, sounds great. I would like to set up a call next week if you could, as well as send an email if your other partner or your other coworkers. You could just email them and.
What do you mean?
If it's I'll like talk with your your partner, but I would like to set up a time to just get back after you've had a talk with your team.
Oh yeah, sure, man. Yeah, we can talk later.
And what time?
What?
You have any time this week to base?
Yeah, this week is a little complicated. So
Okay.
I don't know.
How about Monday?
Yeah, Monday will work. Yeah, Monday will work.
Great. If you could just CC and email them and connect me so I can be in contact with you guys. That'd be great.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't know. Like, do you remember that you need to say a specific time?
Yeah. How about Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific time?
Yeah, that works.
Mhm.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah. Cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye-bye.
See you later.
That's good, man. That's good. Good.
Yeah,
So
I want to watch
remember-
this recording again. Just practice.
But remember the questions.
Right.
super
Yeah,
important.
I gotta remember that. Forget.
Yeah, the questions are really important. But I think you're good, man. I think you just need to be relaxed. Just go for it. Be relaxed. Understand that's not the end of the world. It's just a meeting with someone, and you're a nice guy. And when you're a nice guy, the world's always open to you too. So yeah, don't worry about it. You will be good. Try to be relaxed before the meeting. But again, this is not the end of the world. It's just one meeting, one thing. It's nothing out of this world. So yeah, just go for it and killing it, man.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me do this.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Good luck, man. Yes. God bless that process, man.
Thanks, Taha.
Take care, my friend. So I need to go now, but yes, but keep us updated. In the meantime, don't this is not stopping here, right? In the meantime, you go for it and just do what you need to do. Don't think about stopping what you're doing, and congrats.